Maxwell, who is currently serving a 20-year sentence over her role in a scheme to sexually exploit and abuse multiple minor girls with Epstein over the course of a decade. We're told these minors were trafficked to no one, and now that it's an Obama and Hillary hoax that Ghislaine is in prison for, is apparently ready and willing to testify to Congress on Epstein. This in from the Gateway pundit, Ghislaine Maxwell ready to testify before Congress. It says that convicted sex trafficker Ghislaine Maxwell is reportedly ready and willing to testify before the US Congress about the full extent of Jeffrey Epstein's criminal empire and the powerful men who participated in it. According to a Daily Mail report, Maxwell, 63, has not been offered a plea deal, nor has she been contacted by any US officials about providing testimony, something she would reportedly welcome. Quote, she would be more than happy to sit before Congress and tell her story, end quote. That's a source close to Maxwell that told the news outlet that. No one from the government has ever asked her. She remains the only person jailed in connection to Epstein and would welcome the chance to tell the American public the truth. She's currently serving a 20-year sentence in a Tallahassee State Prison in Florida for her role in grooming and trafficking underage girls for Epstein and his network of high-powered friends, which included billionaires, politicians, academics, and royalty. Yet to date, not a single Epstein client has been charged. Earlier this year, she asked the US Supreme Court to hear her appeal against a 2021 conviction on 5 counts of aiding convicted pedophile Jeffrey Epstein in his sexual abuse of young girls. Maxwell is also fighting to have her appeal heard by the Supreme Court. On July 14, lawyers for the US government will submit their response to her plea for the Supreme Court to take up her case. We'll tell you more about that in the coming days, we're sure. My immediate thought is, what is the motive of Ghislaine wanting to testify before Congress? Well, she's got her appeal coming. She obviously would likely welcome some sort of a deal. And considering the extreme lengths, no matter who's in power will go to in order to try to forget the Epstein saga and the character of this child abuser Ghislaine, can we really expect her to be completely honest if she does in fact testify? And what will this lead to? A free Ghislaine campaign? God forbid. And as we reported last week, despite the best efforts to move on from this, the demands from the public for answers have not gone away. In fact, the more the administration has tried to move on from it, the louder the demands are getting. It appears the only solution is for elected officials whose wages are paid by the people to do what the people are asking, as the people are their boss. Over the weekend, Turning Point USA held their Student Action Summit in Tampa, Florida, where some extremely high-profile guests were in attendance to speak, including members and affiliates of the current administration. With the current push to sweep this under the rug and tell people there's nothing more to see here, move along, the comments from some of these guest speakers and the reaction from the crowd couldn't have been more obvious. It seems the base of MAGA has spoken. They want answers, and real arrests. One notable speaker, Laura Ingraham, posed a question to the crowd, and it seemed like the response she received surprised her, but let's take a listen.
How many of you are satisfied? You can clap. Satisfied with the results of the Epstein investigation? Clap. Okay, I told you to clap. You guys aren't listening. I'm not going to grade you on a curve. So I was going to get to that. How many of you are not satisfied with the results of the investigation?
We also had some very interesting commentary from Rob Schneider. Take a listen to this.
We've all encountered those leftists with Trump derangement syndrome, those who think anything Trump does must be wrong. But certainly, if someone is claiming that Trump's decisions are never wrong and must be carried out exactly, isn't that just another form of Trump derangement syndrome? So, in that spirit of humility and free speech, I ask these questions. Release all the Epstein files, no matter the consequences. This is America. We'll deal with whatever happens.
So there are a myriad of clips we can play you from the weekend of the public sentiment being exactly that. Release the files, no matter the consequences. This is at an event filled predominantly with Trump supporters and speakers who are his supporters. And Rob raises a sincere point there. You can be a Trump supporter, but still expect and demand accountability. The government works for the people, not the other way around. People have been trodden on for 5 years now since COVID with no reprieve. They've been told how they're expected to behave. They've been told how to think, what they are and aren't allowed to say, and accused of being disloyal if they have a disagreement with the powers that be. This is unhealthy. The people know it, and they're demanding answers.